guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to go over the annual shareholders letter from CEO Andy Hayward. I'm not going to hit the entire thing. I'm going to link this in the description below, but I want to go over a couple of parts on the shareholder letter, and then I'll break down the charts and let you know if it's still a good buy, in my opinion, based on the current prices. So just to reiterate, guys, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. So we're going to go over the cash revenues, earnings, balance sheet, number 1. We are going to go over number 7, TikTok, and then NFT. We may touch on a couple of other things along the way, but some of the things we've already talked about. We've already talked about the Marvel announcement in another video, and I'll probably go over number 3 a little bit as well, about the acquisitions. Okay, so some of these other things you're going to see we've already talked about in a previous video, but you can come through and read these. It's actually a pretty easy read. As long as it is, it's really not that difficult. So so here we go. So we're going to talk about their cash on hand, basically. Okay, whenever I get to that point here. Okay. Cash is important at GNUS. We have over $140 million cash in the bank today. We have 0 debt. Okay, that's huge, guys. 0 debt. We have an additional approximate $40 million or 40 million warrants outstanding that enable their holders to purchase our stock at $2.37. If and when those warrants are exercised, it will yield the company almost $100 million more in cash. There are a few companies of our size that have such a strong balance sheet. One of Warren Buffett's well-known quotes is that someone is sitting in the shade today because long ago someone planted a tree. This was one of the lessons taught in our series Secret Millionaires Club below. Our cash today is being used to plant the seeds that we believe will become the trees of GNUS's future. So that's very, very positive sign for me, especially 0 debt, guys. I love the fact that they have no debt and they have a lot of cash on hand, and they're planning on having more cash on hand in the future. That's fantastic. So what are they going to use with this cash? So that is for producing our upcoming tentpole series, Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Shaq's Garage, and Baby Shaq sing-along shorts, Rainbow Rangers Season 3. It is for the development and production of new animated brands, marketing and growing cartoon channel, and for acquisitions. Okay, so basically they're going to go and buy some good companies to make their company stronger. Okay, that's great. So their acquisitions is, let's talk about acquisitions. We live in the moment of tremendous change in the media industry for reasons of technology regulations, realignment of global assets. The world is changing, and there are going to be many opportunities for smart companies in the media world that have cash and are able to move quickly. We see this as a moment of huge opportunity for GNUS brands, and we plan to seize that opportunity. To that end, we are announcing the hiring of 2 of the strongest executives in the media finance who will drive our M&A strategy. So they have an acquisition here. This is Badai Singh. He'll join them as a special consultant in charge of mergers and acquisitions. And over the past 20 years, he's held positions at News Corp, MGM Pictures, Sony Entertainment, and 20th Century Fox. And then also Jason Alderman will be one of their new additions to the team as well. So we have 2 very, very good assets to the GNUS brands moving forward in that aspect. So basically, they're going to focus on, I said, acquisition must be a strategic fit with our core business and mission in children's and family content of distribution, and the acquisition must be accretive. Warren Buffett has said and proven time and time again, it's better to buy a great business at a fair price than a fair business at a great price. Okay, So at Genius, we're not looking for bargain businesses, we're looking for great businesses. There are a number of such potential acquisitions that have met our criteria. We are currently in dialogue with their ownership. Okay, so interesting, guys. So they're going to look for, businesses that may be competing with them in the same space, possibly, that they can buy up and benefit from those companies, and their revenues and their earnings and things like that, so to help grow their business. Okay, so I'm going to keep on trucking here. We've already talked about the Marvel agreement and Stan Lee, so you should be able to go through and read that fairly quickly, or check out my other video where we talked about that. So I'll keep on looking here. These are just some of the cartoons that they have coming up. Okay, guys, the Cartoon Channel. Cartoon Channel is the jewel in the crown under the oversight of Executive Chairwoman Margaret Loesch, who was the president of Marvel Entertainment, president of Jim Henson Television, and founder and CEO of Fox Kids, which was eventually sold to Disney for $4.5 billion. It is growing every metric and enabling Genius to control both content and distribution. We expect it to grow and grow as we add new original programs, as well as enrich the distribution system and its multiple platforms, while becoming an invaluable piece of the Genius portfolio. Our brilliant general manager, John Allworther, with Margaret, is navigating the course as our hours watched are going up, unique users are going up, and our application installs are going up rapidly. So if you see the increase, hours watched up 52%, unique users up 134%, application installs 185%. So it says, meanwhile, the recent launch of our FAST channel, always on television, has exploded the growth even further. Okay, so our FAST channel is free ad-supported streaming TV, and it launched March 3rd. Drove 82% week-over-week increase in unique users. Responding to initial success, we will launch 2 additional FAST channels in Q2 for a total of 3 that mirror our branded AVOD offering. Cartoon Channel International, Cartoon Channel Junior, Cartoon Classroom. We are shortly launching 2 more dedicated FAST channels. Okay, that's what they just said on there. Okay, so good. So they have some more things coming in the pipeline in Q2. Okay, let's talk about TikTok for a second. So the importance of TikTok with our kids cannot be overstated. So basically, it is watched continuously and is far more than just for dances. Okay, so basically what they're going to do, they're going to use TikTok influencers to help advertise, their network and their channel. Okay, we've recently acquired Chiscom/Beacon Media, which is the largest marketing and media buying agency in North America. In its simplest form, this is a company that manages the media and marketing for 30 plus of the most important toy companies. They buy commercial inventory and they place it for their clients, a lot of it. Because they have so many clients, they are able to do so very, very efficiently. They also do the marketing campaigns for many of these toy companies. As you see right here, Mattel, Lego, Spin Master, these are some of the major players. And now Genius now has acquired them, so that is fantastic news. Okay, guys, let's talk about NFTs. They made a statement basically on NFTs, which is something hot around the market right now, non-fungible tokens. It says, many companies have come to us with proposals to enter that space. Genius would be a perfect company to flourish in NFTs for 4 points. Highly recognized characteristics and pre-sold intellectual property, including original art, original audio, and original video with built-in brand equity. We have platforms that create exposure and continuing awareness for our characters and properties. Several of our characters, like Stan Lee, have many followers in the millions. Genius has a broad investor base, not only with some of the largest institutional funds, but also over 400,000 retail shareholders itself, providing a basis for GNUS brand exchange. While one can recognize the opportunity with NFTs, at the same time we need to be extremely cautious and diligent if we choose to enter the space currently unregulated and with few rules. The potential for money laundering and other wrongful activities with NFT is real, and the company will take appropriate steps to ensure that doesn't happen with any NFT offering we make. We will not be distracted from our core focus and obligations to our shareholders. GNUS shareholders can rest assured that we are looking into very seriously as an excited vehicle to expand our business and enrich shareholder value in a lasting manner that creates true value and not dependent on fads. If and when this time comes, we will promptly share the news. So that in itself right there makes me feel confident about the company, that they're not just going to jump into something just because it's popping online or something. And they want to do their due diligence. They want to make sure that they stay true to their core focus. And if they're going to go into a new field, they want to make sure it's safe and regulated. So I like that a lot. So the stock yesterday popped to about, I think it popped up 12-13% and then fell right back down. And I think it had to do with basically they released the letter, the shareholder letter, and people may not have responded. They thought we were going to get something done with NFTs and saw this and are like, oh man, and just dumped it off, or was expecting something else other than what was provided. But that's the thing, guys. If you understand what they're saying, they have a lot of good things in the pipeline coming. So we need to just be patient, and if you believe in the stock long term, just keep buying the dips, guys. Keep on buying the dips. So let's take a look at the charts, see what they're telling us, and give you my opinion. So this here, we shot up, you see, all the way to 234, and then just fell right back down again. We are still in undervalued territory, guys, meaning this is a value deal right here, okay? For those of you who are not into this stock yet, or you want to average down, now, in my opinion, is the time, okay? And if you're in it for a shorter term swing, this is a good buy, and you're going to want to set a stop loss, however, just to protect your money if you're not in it for the long term, okay? If you get in here around this $2 level or below, then maybe set a 5% trailing stop loss that'll follow this stock up as it increases. It's going to come back up, guys, okay? And if you look at the RSI alone and just base it off of there, every time that we touch undervalued, we come back up, okay? It's just common sense. Whatever goes up comes down, and nothing stays down forever, right? Okay, so all stocks are going to stink until they don't. This one will come back up. I don't know if it's going to stay, and come and shoot back up to $3 or not sure. I'm hoping, but I think at least it's going to rally up and test that 229 resistance at some point, probably next week, in my opinion. If not today, we'll have to just kind of wait and see exactly what happens. But worst case, it could shoot up 5-10%, but that's why I'm saying to put a stop loss, because it could kind of fall back down and roll over and test also that 170 support level. So if you're a longer term investor like myself, $2 right here, I'll probably buy some more right here. If it falls back down to 170, average down right here again, and then that would probably be where I would stop and just kind of hold and wait it out and see. But right now we are undervalued, guys, so that means that we should see eventually a move to the upside and hit that fair value to overvalued status again. As far as time frame, we don't know. Obviously, that can take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So all right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell if you enjoy our content. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.